Today we're going to be checking out the 24mm f1.4 from Canon EOS R. There's some interesting things that they've decided to add to this lineup of L lenses, which we can talk about in a second. But it's an exciting day. The 24mm focal length is probably one of the most used focal lengths amongst videographers, but also photographers as well. It works quite well in street photography, but also landscape, and pretty much falls into anything you really need it to. It's a very versatile focal length, and well, let's stop talking and get into it, shall we? This is, of course, one of 4 videos getting released today, and well, we're going to get into those in the other video. Anyway, I hope you enjoy, and so here we have the 24mm f2.8. It does come with a lens hood, which is, always a nice little benefit. You got that nice little red ring there. This is a custom function dial, which is, excellent to have. But you've also got your aperture ring here, which has become quite popular with the new cameras that are coming out. And then you've got the iris lock button, which functions literally putting it onto A, push that down, and it'll go onto A, which means you can control the function inside the camera, or you can set it to the front dial here. That's up to you. I prefer to use the aperture dial for when I'm shooting. You got your manual focus switch there, and of course, the beautiful glass. Anyway, so with the 24mm focal length, what you've got there is actually a really nice wide angle shot, which I feel like works really well for street photography, architecture, and a bunch of different other genres as well. Of course, when it comes to the 24mm focal length, it's actually a favourite of a lot of videographers as well. Peter McKinnon, I know, is going to be very excited by this lens, and you can see why. It's great for action, it's great for stills, it's great for pretty much most kinds of genres of photography, and you can see why there's a lot of people that actually really like it. You're expecting everything that's going to be in the lens already, so it's going to be sharp, it's going to be a nice low depth of field when it needs to be, and a nice wide when it needs to be as well. I think it's one of those focal lengths that's also great for vlogging as well. It gives you a decent wide angle whilst also giving you good enough depth to really be able to just get nice creamy bokeh and nice creamy footage. With the internal stabilization of the Canon cameras, you can pretty much use this handheld at the moment. I will admit, I've got a number of shots today just with the R6 in my hand, the R6 Mark II in my hand, walking steadily down a road, this area, and it's actually worked out pretty nice. The new Canon f1.4 primes are pretty much all the same size, which actually makes this an interesting kind of venture for videography as well. That's something which we'll be testing out a little bit later. I just want to get a couple more shots just to check sharpness and low depth of field, the bokeh, and we're going to be continuing to go a little bit further into the abyss of Canon lenses today. It's exciting. I'm excited. Let's do this. Movement is key. The 24mm is perfect for videography. I can see it being used in a lot of different situations, and particularly in videos that I like to call kind of like rule of progression videos. So where you take them into a restaurant and show kind of like the different stages of like building out a coffee or a burger, light burgers. But 24 for video, absolutely excellent. It'd be good to actually test this out further in the future. But yes, really liking it so far. I wish I had a little bit more time with it. The 24mm has performed pretty well for all the exercises that I put it through today. Not very much kind of like arty stuff, because it's very much still just street photography. But what I can say is I was impressed with the ability to stabilize it. I think it's going to be an awesome vlogging lens for video. It's going to be absolutely perfect for all of the people that are looking to do kind of like retail videos. I think absolutely awesome for that. The lens itself feels quite sharp. Of course, we're going to see the results of that test later on or during this video. But overall, with the new elements, it's finally nice. It's really finally nice to have that 24mm f1.4 L lens, which I think is really the only lens that Canon have been missing for quite some time. Anyway, we're now going to be switching over to the 50mm, purely because I don't know if I have enough time to cover the 35 as well. But if you like this video, make sure you like, follow, subscribe if you want to see more. Have a good day.